Hey guys, this is Brent with Western Equipment, and in this video I'm going to be giving you 10 features that you need to consider when picking out your riding lawn tractor. So let's get started. So first feature we need to consider is size. Just like in all things, there are different sizes of these riding tractor mowers. Right here I have two of John Deere's E-Series mowers, which is going to be the smallest residential, and then those riding tractors range all the way from this size all the way up to the largest, which is the X700. Now, this is not only applicable in the John Deere mowers, but also in such as Cub Cadet, Husqvarna, all those different brands. So the things that we're going to be going over today do apply to those different models. We're just using the John Deere here as the example. So like I said, considering size. Now, the different size of mowers are going to contain different things like different engine sizes, different frame sizes, and different capabilities on the mowers. So we need to figure out and do a little research on how much property do I have, what all tasks am I trying to accomplish, and then that way we can make a good decision on what size of mower we need to get into. So the next feature we need to consider is the operator station itself. We need to go ahead and get on that mower, make sure it's comfortable, make sure it fits our needs, such things as, are the controls to where I understand them? Are they where I can reach them? Is my seat adjustable enough though I can reach the pedals? Am I going to have different operators using this mower, so does it adjust to them? Is it comfortable? Do I feel like I could ride this mower all day long to accomplish those tasks that I need to do? So it's very important that while you're at that store, at that dealership, go ahead and hop on that mower, check all those things out, and make sure that this mower is going to be a fit for you. All right, so once you've found the mower that's comfortable for you, the one that you're most comfortable with on the controls, we need to go ahead and take this thing for a test drive, because we've got 3 features that we need to check while on that test drive. First one is going to be steering. Now, most tractor style mowers are going to be non-power steering, so we need to make sure that we're comfortable enough and that it's not hard enough to make those turns whenever we're on our mower, as we don't want to be uncomfortable when we're out mowing, making turns, making circles, and having to work really hard at turning that wheel. So make sure that that's going to work for you, or maybe if not, we need to look at considering a power steering model, which is generally an option on most major brands. So keep that in mind as your third thing. Check that steering. Now, also while we're on that test drive, we need to pay attention to how the mower actually drives. So fourth thing is going to be checking the type of transmission it has. So for instance, on most mower models nowadays, the hydrostatic transmission is what most of them have, which means that you're going to be able to turn the mower on, choose your throttle speed, and then you'll have a forward and reverse pedal to go forward or backwards, or maybe you have a forward and reverse arrow over here on the side in a shift. As this model here, we've got a forward and reverse position with an accelerator pedal down at the foot. Now, you have to keep in mind that gear transmissions are still out there on some of these tractor style models. So if that is the option on the model that you're looking at, you need to consider whether you're going to want to have to clutch and change gears, or if you would like the convenience of having that hydrostatic transmission to just be able to push and go. So now fifth thing, and while we're still out on that test drive, we want to check and make sure how easy it is to raise and lower the deck. You know, does the model that you're looking at have a hand lift? Does it have a foot lift? Or maybe does it have an electric lift up here on the dash? All things we need to consider, as these decks are going to range in various different sizes, maybe even as big as up to 60 inches. You have to consider the amount of weight that's going to be on that deck and how much force you're going to have to use to raise that deck up and down. So if it's a hand lift, am I comfortable enough? Am I strong enough to be able to raise that up and down? Does it have a spring lift? Does that make it easier? If I don't feel like I'm comfortable with that, can I get a foot lift in that option, or can I get that electric lift? Maybe that's an option as well. So those 3 things definitely consider. We're looking at steering, transmission type, and deck lift. So our 6th feature to consider is once again going to correspond with that test drive, which is why it's very, very important that whenever you are going to make your mower purchase or picking out that mower, that you do take it for a test drive, because our 6th feature is going to correspond with cruise control. Now, I know that it may sound silly, cruise control on a mower, I'm not going to be on it that long, but you have to consider if you have multiple acres or maybe even 1 acre, you're going to be on that mower for quite a while. So we need to be paying attention to things Whereas, do we think that holding down this pedal for, hours on end is going to get tiresome for me? Do I have a lot of long straight passes where I don't want to be holding down that pedal the whole time? And if that's the case, cruise control is a feature that you definitely want to consider, just so at the end of the day, after riding that mower for those hours, you're not completely worn out by the end of it. So, sixth feature to consider is going to be cruise control. So seventh feature that we need to look into is going to be true deck size. And what I mean by that is when we're going in and looking for a mower, a lot of times we're looking at the fact that it's a 42-inch deck or a 48 or a 54 or a 60 or whatever that number may be. So we might have that preconceived notion that, okay, if I'm going after a 60-inch deck mower, I need 60-inch openings to make sure I can get through, which is not always the case, because that number, whether it be 60 or 54 or whatever it may be, is only the cutting width. So whenever you're going to pick out that mower and picking out that deck size, we need to either ask the person that's helping us with the mower or just bring that tape measure and get a full measurement of the true width from one edge to the chute, or with the chute raised up, to see just how much room we're going to need on those gates, those shed openings. Maybe if we've got trees we need to mow between, or barriers we need to mow up next to, or in between a couple of different items. We need to make sure that the true width of the deck and the chute is wide enough that we're not getting ourselves in a bind after buying that mower. So our eighth feature is going to be ease of attachability, or just the amount of attachments that you can use with your tractor style mower. Now, this is something that often gets looked over or maybe not even thought about whenever someone's going in to make this purchase. But the great thing about these riding lawn tractors is you do have so many options for attachments. Now, you're able to, on the smaller models, maybe you have the small hitch here where you can do such things as pull a sprayer or a fertilizer spreader or a yard cart. You've also got these plugs here that are going to allow you to put such things as a canopy on, or maybe a weather enclosure. But what we need to consider too is going back to that size. If we go up into those bigger tractors, now we can maybe accomplish things like running a snow blower or a tiller, or some of those bigger attachment items that allows your machine to be way more than just a mower. So ease of attachability and the different attachments that your mower that you're looking at can handle needs to be a big factor in consideration in your buying process. So the last two things to consider may not necessarily be features, but they're very important things that we need to consider when making this purchase or decision on which machine we're going to purchase. And first one is going to be warranty. So for instance, on these E-Series mowers, they come with a 2-year, 120-hour bumper-to-bumper warranty that starts on the day of purchase, and also the dealership is going to register that warranty for you. So whether you're buying from the dealership or maybe you're buying from that local hardware store, that feed and ranch store, whatever it may be, those are some questions and things you need to ask and make sure that you're aware of. Is what is that warranty period and who registers that? What all do those things cover? All of those things need to be talked about, whenever you're looking for that certain mower. And then last but not least is going to be the question of, how am I going to get it home? If I don't have that pickup to put it in, or I don't have that trailer, does this place that I'm buying it from have a delivery option? Can they get it to me? What are my options there? So number 9 and number 10 things to consider is going to be warranty and delivery. So those are the top 10 features to consider when looking into your riding tractor mower. Now, guys, there are going to be multiple other things that you may think of that are going to come up and things that you're going to want to look at. And I highly encourage you to do as much research and as much looking into these mowers before you make that purchase, just to make sure that you get exactly what you're looking for and exactly what you need for your operation. But I think that if you consider these 10 things in that buying process and in that research process, you should be able to narrow down the mower that fits you the best. So guys, if you like this video, if this helped you out, make sure to hit that like button and give us a subscribe. Also guys, if you already have a mower, maybe you're looking into an upgrade, maybe you're looking to do some work to your mower, looking for some parts, make sure to go check us out at west-equip.com/parts for any of those John Deere parts needs. And guys, as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Hey guys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and go buy your parts at west-equip.com/parts.